Let's move on to types in Python. To formally find the type of an object in Python, you use the type function. Now, we have not covered functions before, and there'll be an entire module dedicated to functions. We're going to use just the simplest case. It will not be very complex. So the way we're going to use this type function is by just writing in the word type and then putting open and close parentheses after this. And then we just put in the object of which we want to find the type of. So let's just put in the number 99 in here. So it's just inside of these parentheses, which is attached to this word type. So this is the type function. So it's going to tell us what type this is. Essentially, this is saying in Python, what is the type of 99, this object 99. And when we execute this, we see that it is an int object, or int has type int, and this stands for integer, just short for integer, but the formal type is just int. So that's how the type function works. We'll see different types upcoming. So you might have known this was an integer, but it's very important to know the type of your objects. This is the most fundamental piece of information to know. It gives you lots of information about the object. So let's just say we didn't know what a particular object was. I'm going to add a cell in here. Let's say I had a equals 5, but say I didn't really know what a was. Say maybe I didn't see this statement, but I know that there's a variable that exists called a. So you can actually pass in the variable name into the type function like this. It doesn't have to be the value itself, and this will return int. So if, like I said, like we used in a previous example, if one of your friends said, give me an object, you have to know what type of object your friend wants in order to give, to satisfy the request. So in this case, for Python, to understand what type of object something is, use the type function. So just like knowing that the type of an object is a lawnmower gives you lots of information about the object itself. So if you know something is a lawnmower, then you expect it to have some sort of blade on it that is used to cut grass. You might be a riding lawnmower where you sit on it. You might have a push lawnmower. It might take gas. It might be electric. But it still tells you a lot about the object itself. You know that it has certain properties. A lawnmower is not a cup. You don't use it to put coffee inside of it. It's not an airplane. You don't use it to fly. So just knowing the type tells you lots of information about the object. So in Python, integers, we know that they can combine together. So if we have two integers and we use an arithmetic operation like this, then we know that we can use arithmetic operations or comparison operators like this. So knowing that is an integer tells us that how to use that object. Just like knowing that something is a lawnmower tells us that, okay, we can use this object to cut grass. So so formally it is the int type, although I will use the word integer to refer to it as times. So about integers, there's actually an infinite amount of integers that are possible. So there's one integer type though. So that's, again, the difference between the type and the object is that there is one type, int, but this one type has many different members. So, 4 is a member, 40, 405. You can keep adding numbers like this. And in Python, you can make integers as long as you want, so you can keep on going here. All of these, any number that, or anything you type on your screen that is just filled with, digits, is an integer. It is a member of the integer type. And we have some more terminology over here. So I want to talk about this word instance. So what is an instance of a type? An instance is just a single member or a single object of a type. So the number 99 is an instance of the integer type. That's how you can say it. This is just another way of saying it's a single member of that group, of that type, is with the word instance. So you will be hearing this. as we go through the course. 5 is an instance of the int type and so forth. All right, so that is an introduction to types in Python and specifically to ints.